Today in class, you were introduced to the area type tool, which allows you to put type inside of closed paths. The type on a path focuses the words on the path itself, whereas the area type tool puts the type inside of your shapes. So there's two things to really know about this. First, this tool's not in the default toolbar, so we have to go looking for it. Let's hit our All Tools drawer and look where the type section is. You might have to manually look through here. You're going to grab the one that says Area Type Tool. You're just going to drag it here. I like to put it with the rest of my type. I just think it makes sense. When I'm done, I'm going to hit those three dots one more time. In order to use a tool, it has to be in the toolbar. So if it's in the drawers, it's not going to work. The thing I need to know is that I always need to have a shape first in order to do this. And it should be a closed shape if I'm using the area type tool. So in this case, I want to make a circle. So I'm going to go to my shape tool, use my ellipse tool, and I'm going to make a perfect circle, and I'm going to make sure I hold shift. It doesn't matter what color it is, because when I use this tool, it's going to strip all the color of it. Now, in the check for understanding I have for you, I've given you some live type here. What I would like you to do is double click on it, highlight it all, and copy it. So I'm going to go up to edit, copy. Now I'm going to swap to my selection tool and click on my circle, and I'm going to go to my area type tool that I just activated, and I'm going to click inside the circle, right? It's going to fill it with that lorem ipsum dummy text. That's fine. It's going to remove the color. Now I'm just going to go to edit paste. It should paste that information about the circle, right? And the last thing I'm going to do is highlight it, and I'm going to match these settings here. It says Century Gothic regular 17 points. So I'm going to look for Century Gothic, right? If you don't have Century Gothic, something similar, a sans serif, I'm going to keep it as regular, and I'm going to put it to 17 points. I also notice that this is centered, aligned. You can tell because everything's kind of in the middle. So I'm going to make sure when I go to the paragraph setting right down here on the right, I'm going to hit align center. And there you go. I've made area type. Now the main part of today is going to be spent creating this effect here. We're going to make a light bulb first. You can use the pen tool if you know how to use it, the shape tool and the shape builder tool, or some combination of all three to create this light bulb. Then you're going to take this information I've given you, and just like you did in the circle, you're going to place it inside the light bulb shape. But you're going to have to remember that you're going to need a copy of your light bulb, because let's say I make this beautiful light bulb. As soon as I use the area type tool, it's going to strip the color. So I need one shape that has a color and one shape that is where the type is. So I'm going to speed through this next part, but I showed you the shapes I used to make my light bulb here in case you need some references. Alright, now that I have some of those base shapes, I'm going to go back to my handy dandy shape builder. I want to connect these two things I built here by selecting them both, going to my shape builder tool, the quick key is Shift M, and just clicking and dragging to combine them. I'm going to make my eyedropper steal this yellow just to have the shape, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this little shape on the bottom, select them both, shape builder, there we go. You don't have to match my colors, you can make it your own, but it should look like a light bulb, so I would assume something in the yellow family. Okay, now I have my shape. The problem is, if I go to use the area type tool, watch what's going to happen. No more yellow, no more shape. So, before you do that, we need a copy of this. I'm going to make a copy of the thing I'm going to put type inside of. I'm going to paste it, and I'll put it to the side for now. Okay? Now, what we can do is highlight this text and copy it just like we did before. So to highlight it, I'm double clicking, making sure my mouse goes over all of it, going to edit copy. Now, if I go to my area type tool, I should be able to click inside this shape. My mouse changes to a circle, and I can paste. Because I made a copy, I can grab this yellow one, this extra copy, and send it to the back. Now, what I want to do is take a minute or two and set my type. When I say set type, I mean change the font, make it look like it belongs in there. Do you see the example I have here on the left? I made some words all bold, and that's what you're doing. You can choose whatever font you want, but you're really thinking about how to make this look good. When you're done with that, if you happen to finish early, I've given you some live images of some animals. I would like you to research one interesting fact about the animal that you choose and use the area type tool to place a text inside the animal. You will need to copy and paste the animal, so you have one copy of the animal with color and then one for the actual shape you're going to put words inside, like the bear example I showed here below. Good luck.